is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Got a man, it's Durham. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man, it's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Got it behind the line. It's Brown. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Guard in the backfield. It's Brown. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They're going to run it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Lagway. Here comes the heat. He makes the catch. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He'll keep it on the sneak. The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
Yeah, and now they got to put it together, right? And this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches, and so this is really hard for them.
Turning it on! They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to 27.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws it in. It's ball. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Got it in the middle. It's Dura. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And just no hesitation there by the quarterback, right? Primary target not open, so find your check down. Where's my running back? Yeah, I know I'm under pressure, and I know I'm going to get hit, but I'm not taking a sack. I'm going to find a way for us to get a few extra yards here.
Trying to get the edge on the toss. There he goes. Turning on the Jets. The 10. Touchdown Tigers. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
A lot of history between these two teams because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have
ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He's loose. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Here's the pressure. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house.
exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Toss to the outside. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game.
And he's just been so patient. He's following his blocks, letting it all develop in front of it, and then bursting through. And they were only in the first half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. This quarterback part of their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks, it's Watkins. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying to get the corner. At the 40, there he goes. It's a seam wide, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, LSU!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Tennessee. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got his man downfield. Lots of room to run. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Run out of bounds after the long game, and they've got it now 1st and goal.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Sturdivant. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And we are tied here in the second quarter.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Gets it past the marker. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sturdivant. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And the Gators need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. Still running at the 40. Turns it on down the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
How about that job after the catch on a critical third down? He's able to make people miss. He's able to use his speed. Ball was thrown out in front of him so he could advance it, and all of a sudden, this offense set up 1st and goal.
The Gators trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Florida! And that one will give them the lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst. He showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the ground with the back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Toss sweep right. Wide open spaces. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
They're going to ride this running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. The toss sweep to the right. They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment to get the tackle for loss.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. To the air, it's Nussmeier. That's reeled in, it's Brown. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Pulls and fires complete. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
They'll go to the toss. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll ride the hot hand. And there nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Quick release by the QB. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got the quick completion. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. First and 10 as the clock winds under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to buy time. Trying to find his man in the middle. And it's caught inside the 15. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. From the gun, looking for a man. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Let's go.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to slam in. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Grab behind the line. It's still the back. Touchdown, Gator! They've got the lead here in the fourth. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Defense has got to do a better job of crowning this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give out of the gun. Tackle was made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive players.
Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more.
What a big play in the fourth quarter when you're trailing and you need it. You really needed to get a first down here. Nice job by the quarterback, making the pass, getting the first down.
On the run, still looking. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They go to the ground, and they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9. LSU right back to the line. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Got a man, it's Watkins. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. Fighting off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
The give to the back. Got the first down and more. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense just
scores on the sneak. This is exactly what we expected. Blow for blow, trading punches, just like 2 elite teams should.
Yep, and great players have to make great plays in big moments, right? Step up, break a tackle, do something spectacular, and that's what the Yetman man just did.
Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hold and finds his man on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Bailey. He'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Sturdivant.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Motion from the wideout. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Wide open downfield. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Florida. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. West Virginia is running away with this one. Give that O an A+, and belt out another verse of Country Roads. They're up by 18 over New Mexico. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The toss to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Tigers get it past the sticks.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Pulls it in, it's Perry. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The short hands, it's Barry. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down. To the ground, he's got it again. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Finds the tight end. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
Well, the defense was ready for that. Offense trying to toss it to get to the perimeter of the football field, but there were just too many defenders. Running back was able to make the first guy miss, couldn't make the second one, though, and it's a loss of yards.
Gotta have it here on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, LSU! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
Okay, ready? Acorn! Acorn! Here we go!
Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's ball. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. The line of scrimmage at the 35. That's going to leave the holder at the 42 and a 52-yard attempt for the game. I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.